morning, Tandy. Are you so happy? You gonna run for us this morning? Woo! Oh, that was good. Hey, Tandy man.
Crazy rabbits.
Oh. Hi guys, and welcome to Pack Homestead. I hope you enjoyed watching Tandy get his morning exercise in. And Chris and I are gonna replace a few tomato plants that have been eaten to death by the bugs. And we'll see what else we get into. Chris is up there strowing some wallflower seeds that I cut off of my wallflowers from the flower garden. And so he's just spreading them, hoping that they'll take, and we'll have more wallflower. It is a beautiful smelling plant. It's not edible, but it is what Tide patterned the scent for their laundry detergent after. So there you go. But here comes Chris now.
Everyone's gonna come up, I feel it. How are y'all doing? It's a good day today.
Yeah, it
Let
is.
Tandy run around, fixing to do some gardening.
Yep, replace the tomatoes that got ate to death.
It's beautiful, it's overcast.
Nice overcast, cool day.
Yeah.
And here's just a little bit of the garden. We've got the radishes. We've harvested most of them. These that are left, I believe we're gonna let them make us some seeds. And my pumpkins are doing pretty darn good.
Yeah, they're doing really good.
And my honey nut squash looks pretty darn good. My beans on this row, they're recovering. They sprouted finally, and they are slowly recovering from the bug damage. And my green bean TP, which is gonna be a tomato green bean TP evidently, is big enough to grab on. Yay, I gotta run my cross pieces from these so the ones in the middle have something to grab. This guy's like, help me, help me. He's gonna grab this volunteer, I bet. But yep, all those tomatoes are volunteers, volunteer tomato plants.
Have you told them about your rabbit damage?
No, I haven't showed my rabbit damage yet. I'm deciding I need a garden fence because this rabbit, I mean, we had a similar issue last year with them eating tomato plant tops and eating the fruit. Well, this one's decided to top every sunflower I've planted in the garden. Yeah. So, don't know if I'm going to replace those or not. We'll just wait and see what happens. But anyway, let's go plant some tomato. Mole hole right there.
I know. Let's see what that dirt looks like.
There it is.
Look at that. It's pretty good for clay soil.
Yeah, and a big mole hole right there.
Looks a little wet, probably from yesterday's rain, huh?
Yep, I'd imagine so. And the fact that I watered it yesterday morning as well.
Yeah, probably part of it.
That's what usually happens. The day
But
that I choose to water, it rains that evening.
I love and hate chimes at the same time.
I love them. Always. I think it's a nice background music.
You're primarily the gardener.
Well, no, you are the one that has the knowledge. I just have the time. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't work. So that's why I do a lot of this, you know?
What variety is this?
This is an Amish paste.
Amish paste.
I've only got one ox heart left, and I'm going to put it down there where that one is that's pitiful.
We've never had good luck with ox hearts.
I've never had good luck with paste tomatoes in general. Ox hearts are really, I've never really done it successfully to where the plant really flourished and thrived but once.
Soil's getting better every year.
Yep, that's what happens when you add organic matter back to your soil. It's a good thing.
Remember how hard the dirt used to be over here?
Yeah, God, I couldn't have dug it with any kind of hand tool. I'd have had to have a proper
A
shovel.
mattock.
Yeah,
I would have had the mattock.
right. It was rough.
It was rough.
See, but what's really interesting, this is a volunteer.
Okay.
See, he's not on the correct side of the trellis, he's under the trellis. So that is a volunteer, and look how good he looks compared to the ones that I planted. So much better. Like the ones growing in the green bean teepee. There's like four tomato plants growing in there, and they all look better. This oxheart guy. He's a pretty good looking oxheart, but see, oxhearts are supposed to have this potato leaf.
Well, yeah, that's
and
nice.
you can't even see that any of them have what resembles a potato leaf, you know, because they've been eaten.
Oh, do you see? We're like getting a cabbage head over there.
Oh, I know we are. We've got a couple.
I don't know if you saw that or
Yeah,
not.
I've seen them.
Yeah.
We've got like 2 good-sized cabbage heads.
Sauerkraut.
Heck yeah. I love some kraut.
Remember the first time we made sauerkraut and tasted it?
Yep, I do. They're like, well, we'll die together if we die. Said that about the fermented quail eggs and everything. Oh, if we die, we'll die together.
Like Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, exactly.
They all ran around having dysentery.
That's right.
Actually, it's very safe.
It
There's
is.
been almost
Zero.
no reports of anybody dying from fermenting vegetables.
Yep, that is true.
It's so easy, guys. It's just 2 tablespoons of salt.
2.5 tablespoons of salt to 1 quart of water.
Yeah. That's all it is.
And then your veggies, of course.
Don't use iodized salt, and don't use water that's
Chlorinated.
chlorinated.
We use bottled water because we are on the city water system. I don't drink it. I don't even like to cook with it, but I do, and it kills me that my animals have to drink it. But one day when we get a bigger property, we'll have a well, I hope.
Spring water right off the mountain.
See, that's the best.
That's what I want. 7 acres of flat, slightly wooded areas.
Yeah, with one south-facing.
With one good
bank
south.
for my earthship to go into.
One day.
Yep.
One day maybe we'll be internet rich.
Maybe. Who knows? Share our videos.
Yeah.
There's a rock down there.
Hey, that thing does not go through rocks.
No, it does not. Does not.
The hoary-hories are great, but they don't go through rock.
That's right. Leave it to the Japanese to make the best gardening tool. Some smart people.
Hey, they garden to the death over there.
Yeah, they do. I want it deep, y'all.
Y'all want some help, honey?
No, I can do this by myself.
I don't need your man help.
I do need your man help on occasion, but this is not that time. I'm not going to knock the man help, because the man help is very helpful. Because he can do a lot of things I'm just not strong enough to do. And that's the beauty of the man and the woman. We complement each other. We have strengths and weaknesses. And usually, if you've got a good man, his strengths cover your weaknesses. And if you've got a good woman, her strengths cover your weakness. So there you go. It's how it's meant to be. But man help is always needed. But not right now. See, look, this hole's even better, really.
Look at that.
See?
Yeah,
there's hardly
you
any red in that at all.
This area used to be, it's just clay, guys.
Yeah,
it's clay. And
it's
we've
just
been
clay.
feeding it organic matter over time.
10 long years.
This is the newer part of the garden,
Yeah.
though.
Yes,
That's okay.
look how deep. I did a good job.
I feel good about that one.
I do too.
I feel like I gotta be doing something.
Well, just don't throw big clods in
I
there.
know.
I don't like to throw big clods.
I am handling the camera and I don't want to get it
Oh,
muddy.
there's one of the rocks. There's another rock.
It's a good looking tomato plant. You did that one by seed?
Yep.
Good job, honey.
All of these except
I
for
know.
the black cherries and the Mr. Stripes. There's that other rock.
Yeah, that's a mighty fine oxheart too.
Yeah, this plant looks good. Now if we can just keep it that way.
I haven't seen too many of ground cherries popping up like I
No.
thought it would
Yeah,
this
I
year.
figured we'd have a ton back there.
Maybe it's just not warm enough quite yet.
Who knows? But I've got 2 to plant.
And it seems like with the ground cherries, it seems to come in waves.
It does.
If it'll come in waves of the flea beetles, and then you get the worms that eat the
Yep.
fruit at the end.
Everything
And
likes
you only
ground
get them at the
cherry.
end of the season for
Yep.
some weird reason, but it's so worth it, guys.
Oh, they're tasty. I would eventually, if one day, if we could ever figure out the bug pressure, be able to make jam out of them.
Yeah, that would be
good. You could get
good.
enough at once.
Yeah.
You know?
I can see that for sure.
But getting enough at one time because of the worms and the flea beetles is difficult.
Pick the saddest one, poke it out, put a new one in.
Well, it's between. See, this one is actually. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is what is a paste tomato? Because that's the end of the cherries. I'm only growing 4 cherry tomatoes plants.
I'd do this one.
Which one? That one? Okay, that's the one I was thinking.
That's one I get. How dark it is. There might be help for it. You're just gonna let it die. I'm just glad every time we plant something, it isn't a huge struggle.
Yeah, no, it's not hard
That's
at
nice.
all to dig the hole. I mean, I'm doing it with a hand tool, so you know it's not that bad.
Organic matter makes a difference. You gotta mulch it, guys, if you got clay. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up with hard terrain. We didn't expand the garden as big as we're going incrementally. We tend to put a quality over quantity approach to things, I think.
Well, when we move the chickens over here, because we're going to move them next to the garden eventually and have them expand the garden, we're going to use where they are currently as like an annual garden.
We'll rotate them
This is
out.
what we really consider, because there are a lot of perennials in this little garden bed. The blueberries, the strawberries, we've got asparagus, we've got apple trees. You know, we've got all these things that are perennial over here, and so we'd kind of like for this to turn into like a food forest perennial garden and have like a separate place for annuals. And so that's sort of what we're thinking. We'll move the chickens to make more garden space over here and use that. So it ought to be cool.
Putting out new sprigs, that's good. We got a tomato volunteer over here too. And on top of our asparagus. Look at that. I believe asparagus seeds are poisonous, so you do not want to eat asparagus seeds, for sure. Hey, I found another asparagus. Thank God I found you.
Yeah, very good.
Thought the rapture took place. I was looking for you. I'm like, no, he left me, he left me. Yeah, it's looking good up in here. I'm glad I found another asparagus. Oregano's spreading like crazy. Starting to try and choke your rosemary out. Go, little asparagus.
Oh look, volunteer. That looks like a zinnia volunteer, maybe.
That one's doing all right.
Look, volunteer looks like a zinnia.
Volunteer
It's a
zinnias?
It kind of looks like it, but don't hold me to that.
Could be anything.
I know.
We spread so much seed. It's the easiest way to really do it, is to spread
I
seed.
just spread a bunch of seeds every
Alright.
spring into summer.
Things you don't want, mow them over and get rid of them. And things you do want, you keep.
Yep.
Just easier.
I can separate out another good size save.
I have to mow your daisies down, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
We need a path.
Well, this was kind of a weird video. We were all over the place with bunny rabbits planting tomatoes, planting ground cherries, just chit-chatting while we did the work. So I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, would you please subscribe if you haven't already and smash that like button. YouTube likes it when you do that, and so do we. Please be sure to share our videos on your social media. That way you can tell your friends and family about what fun we have here at Pack Homestead. And last but definitely not least, please comment. We love to get to know you, and we love to get feedback of things that we could do better, things that we could do worse, you know, anything. We love to chat. So, do you have anything to add, baby?
God bless. Till next time here at the Pack Homestead. Bye-bye.
Take care. Love y'all.